Gone.
Wow. Press play, like and subscribe. You're watching the
Gone.
podcast. In my guy. Oh,
Gone.
we're gonna rock your ears off.
Welcome back to Q104.8, the morning show. I'm here with my co-host, Evan. Evan, how are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Oh, nice. You didn't want to do a radio voice?
No.
Wow, all right. There's only room for one radio star on this show, and it's me.
Oh my god, he does his own sound effects. That's crazy.
Well, we are professional.
Why does it look like I'm entering heaven? You know what I mean? My screen.
You're getting whitewashed
Like-
again. Did we go through this episode 1? Call
Like
back.
I know, but like it's dark. It's kind of dark out. Not super, but like it just looks like it's like
Yeah.
like the morning has cometh. The morning has cometh, and now here. Look, it's so bright. It's so
You
bright.
can't even see Rhea
It's not
Ripley.
even that bright in here.
That's the only famous person
Wait.
that we've, gotten on our podcast.
Alexa, lights off.
Okay.
Ooh, spooky. Do you see the light just...
Wait, slowly lean in again.
Wait. Hold up. Okay. You're going to see my mic a little bit. Oh,
Yeah.
Wait. Good evening. Alexa,
That should be-
turn the lights on.
Okay.
And this is super bright.
Are you able to dim them, or is that the only two options?
Alexa, dim the lights 75%.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's
I mean, it's
progress.
still kind of...
We're learning.
Alexa, brighten the lights 25%.
Okay.
Yes, it is what it
That
is,
just
you know.
looks like it's back on 100, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
That's okay. It's all right. No, I think it's fine. It's just, yeah. You're not completely wiped out, so it's not as bad as it was
Wait,
back
you
in the
know,
day.
remember when I told you that if you tell her to fart, she'll fart? Wait, watch this, right?
Oh, yeah, you did tell me that.
Alexa, fart.
That was a quick and squelchy one. Shall I fart again?
No.
Okay. Just say cancel. If you
Shall
have
I
enough farting
fart
for the day,
again?
Or say random to keep the toots coming.
Keep the toots going. Oh no,
I
she's
didn't
doing
realize
it.
Alexa had so much
That
sass.
was a long and crispy one. Try saying, play Mr. Farts. Or say random.
Alexa, cancel.
Alexa, play Mr. Farts. Yeah, I'm in your headphones.
And then she says okie dokie when she's feeling goofy. But no,
Damn,
like
bro.
she just keeps farting up a storm. I wish I had that control, you know?
Keep the toots coming, dude. That's
Keep
funny.
the toots coming. It's hilarious.
I love how that stuff started as like, okay, we gotta make something useful, like she can control the lights, she can, give you directions, she can look stuff up, and then it's like, okay, we got all that. How do we make her fart? Like that's the next step in human evolution. Make
How do
AI
we-
fart?
How do we make her let out a stinky? You know?
Dude,
It's what
just
the
wait
people
till
want.
Alexa becomes wait till 3D Alexa when it starts emitting smells.
Oh no. Oh, that would be like 40. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doomed. Yeah, I guess you'd have to be able to see her first.
That's true. Anyways,
Well, anyway,
hey, that's my line.
was that romantic or what?
No.
Oh,
Far from
if we were gonna
actually.
run away together, where would you want to run to?
Together?
Yeah,
Why together?
because we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, but we've been doing it like distantly, you know. It's been working out for me. Great. I don't know if we could do this in person. Probably could never do this in person, actually.
No, I don't think it would work out.
No.
Too many variables.
Yeah, I just don't see this ever working in person.
Well, we can still record in separate rooms, but like if we ran away together, like if you were like Chandler, let's run away. Like
Yeah.
star-crossed lovers, let's get out of here. Where would we go? Like in your opinion?
Well, I heard Florida is nice this time of year. You know, I don't know.
Florida. Wow.
I don't know. Well, do you want like a place more exotic, more exciting, more
No,
adventurous?
look, this is your fantasy. If you
My
want
fa-
to live
Why does
in,
it have to
you
be
know-
my fantasy? Why can't it be yours?
Because I asked you the question. If you ask me, then I'll answer.
Fine.
It can be
A
if you want
place
Florida. I mean, that's fine.
that I would want to go with you, like go to with you.
Run away to, not just like go visit.
Damn, this is tricky. Because I just really don't want to go anywhere with you. To be honest.
Wow. Okay, asshole.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was thinking like Scotland. There's a lot of castles. I thought we could fortify a castle pretty well.
That's true. You can buy land in Scotland, I think.
You can buy land in most countries. You'd be
Yeah.
surprised, actually.
But I meant like, they have this thing where you can like when you buy land in Scotland, right? You can become like a lord or something. I think it's in Scotland, or I
Ooh,
might be getting Scotland and Ireland confused, but
I
there was
have
like
heard about
this
that, though.
there was like this company
Somewhere in
that
area.
you'd buy like I don't know, like a square foot of land, and you can like plant a tree there or something, and then you get like a title saying that you're a lord or
Dude,
lady
I
or
want to be a
something, I don't know.
lord. Is that what they call it? Lord or lady? I feel like those aren't very equivalent.
I don't know the other one.
Madam, maybe? No, that's French.
No. But yeah, you can go to other countries and buy land. But if you go to Scotland and buy land, you could potentially have a title of lord.
Boom. And then Jesus.
Well,
That's actually
they
where the
do-
Bible started.
They do call him
Someone bought-
Lord Jesus Christ or something like that.
Someone bought a square foot of grass in Scotland and was like, I am God now.
I am the Lord, Lord of this square foot. Anything outside of it.
I was born in Scotland.
I was born in the square foot. Molded by it.
Oh, no.
Is there a place that? Well, I didn't even get to choose. You're the one that said Scotland. Hold up. So, like,
Yeah, no,
Give
I
me
mean,
a
well, because you
second.
said Florida and then you started going on about why
that
don't
was-
you answer the question?
would you question, huh?
I think you're right. I think I'd throw you in our moat within a week.
Yeah, probably. Get like alligators or something in the moat.
Well,
I don't think they have those
maybe,
in Scotland.
you know what?
But
We could stop in Florida to get some alligators for our moat.
true. Alligators do like to be in Florida, Everglades and
What?
whatnot.
No, I'm saying steal them from Florida.
No, that's what. Yeah, and I'm agreeing that
Oh,
alligators
I see.
like to be in Florida, so that is where you would probably most likely find alligators is in Florida.
That's true. That's true. I
That's what-
misunderstood. My apologies.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
I would choose
Oh no. Oh no.
I would choose wherever the penguins are, the South Pole.
I'm pretty
Right?
sure that's the South Pole. I
Yeah.
think so.
Yep.
I forget. One of them has penguins. One of them has polar bears.
Yep.
Yeah. I think penguins are an
Antarctica?
ant. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the
See, you read my mind.
Yeah, but what's the one on the top called?
The North Pole, Goofy.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, wait, if Antarctica is on the bottom, The one's on the top.
I'm pretty sure the North is just the Arctic. You know, like
The
when people
Arctic?
say the Arctic Circle, I think they're
and the
talking about the
bottom
North
is
Pole.
Antarctica, like the anti version.
Yeah, because
Or as someone saying,
well,
it ain't Arctica.
what's that cold place down there? Well, it ain't Antarctica.
That's what.
The funny part too is it's called the Arctic, which means it's just an American mispronunciation of Arctic to Arctica, but then also Antarctica,
We do like our cuz.
especially in Alabama.
What was I gonna bring up here? Do you have anything profound you want to talk about?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I was thinking about? What'd they do before door hinges? You just knock and the door falls. You gotta lift it up every time. How did it stay up? How did it open? You just gotta push it down, I assume.
I mean, maybe they just didn't have doors, or they had sliding doors. You know.
Oh, so we went backwards in order to go forward.
Yes.
Like we had sliding doors, and then they were like, "Hey, this new invention, door hinges," and that was just a bunch of propaganda to sell
if you
door
go
hinges.
to
From it was
like
rhetoric from Big Door,
If
and
you
then
go to,
eventually
like-
we got our way
yeah.
back to sliding doors.
well in some Asian countries, you know, they way back when had like used sliding doors. You know, they would have like
That's
that
true.
like I don't know what type of material. Like I know it was like constructed of wood, but it would be kind of like this like paper sheet or something.
Yeah,
that-
I can picture it.
And they would just like slide it, and that would be the door.
The editor will put up an image here.
I'm sure he will, or she. He or she
It'll
will
actually
do
be a
that.
picture of like a fart.
Something like that.
No, that's true. So they had sliding doors way back then. So I wonder why America decided to go with hinges. I feel like it's not as
Well, I don't think it's just an
Good.
America thing, you know. That probably dated back. I don't know how far, but definitely I don't think it like started in America. Unless everything starts in
think by the-
America.
well, most things started in America. Let's be real. I can name them: Obama.
True. Hawaii.
Please come on our podcast. Anyways, you think the founding fathers had door hinges?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know, I
Probably
just
not
feel
as
like-
good as the ones that we have, but you know, for sure.
I just feel like it can't be the most. Excuse me. It can't be the most optimal. You know.
No, definitely
Door.
not. No. Because I think over time, like, if, like, either wood warps or whatnot, you know, like, that will cause the door to not fit in the door frame, right? You know, and sometimes you have to, like, adjust it by moving the door, moving the. Yeah. So,
Sometimes you gotta shove them in. You know,
yeah.
really push it.
So maybe not like a great long term thing, but I don't know. It's just what we got now. I like
you
I
think-
like where this conversation is going.
Well, do you think the next step is like hydraulic doors to like lift upward, like in sci-fi movies?
You mean like kind of like automatic doors, like what they have at Walmart when you walk in through the store?
Yeah, but those are horizontal. I want it to go up, and I don't want it at Walmart. I want it in my house. I want to push a button and the door goes like a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, but wouldn't it make more sense to go like horizontal?
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like you could probably like, you know, basically a sliding door, right? It would, you know, there would be space for it to like slide into, but if it's going up, then like, you know, you gotta make sure you have room up there, you know.
How impatient are you for a door to open?
What do you mean?
They have to squeeze in.
What are you talking about? I'm saying
you're
like
saying like
if the
you're saying
door
horizontal is more optimal because if it starts to open, there's room to get in. That's what you're saying.
no.
But if
I'm,
it's
no, I'm
well,
saying
that's what you
because
said.
no, you need space for the door to go. Like if you have it going like into the wall, right? There's probably
Yeah.
space where you can have that go into the wall. But if it's going up and
There's no space upstairs.
I mean, does the door like like go into itself? Like or is it
Evan.
just a straight door going straight up and like through the roof? You know what I mean?
Listen, I just watch sci-fi movies. Okay,
You
I
don't
don't do
actually-
the sci part.
Yeah,
I'm more of a fiction guy.
I see.
See, but what I'm thinking is like, imagine you're a kid and you got doors that go up and down. And the door's coming down, you slide under it like Indiana Jones. I would do that every single night. At least once a day. I would be like close call sliding under the door. Like that'd be so fun.
I don't know. I think that would be too risky though. What happened if it actually like, gets you?
Well, I mean, what about an elevator? You've never done that on an elevator? You feel like so cool, you just like sneak your arm in and the elevator reopens so you can get in.
Well, yeah, because it has like a sensor. Would you put like a sensor on your door?
I don't think you would sell many vertical doors without sensors. That's too much of a liability.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like there'd have to be a safety precautions.
But then it's not really as exciting because then it's just gonna stop. When
Yeah,
you
but
do
what do
it.
I get now? I twist my doorknob and pretend that I kicked it in. Like that's not fun.
Okay, change topic. We gotta talk about something else.
All right, fine. Then you
What's-
talk about something else.
Fine, I will. Okay.
All right.
Isn't it crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That if I give you a watermelon, right? You then
God.
you then are in possession of a watermelon. Then no longer
Yes.
is it in my possession.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But I bought the said watermelon.
Allegedly, I wasn't there.
Well, if I used my currency, right, to buy this said watermelon, and then I
Did you get a
gift
receipt?
let's
I can't.
let's say
just
okay,
take
how about
word
this?
for
We'll,
it.
we'll say you're there, right? You're there at the store,
Oh.
and you
Oh.
witness
Yeah, I saw you
me-
steal it.
No, you witness me legally pay for this said watermelon, right? It's a good watermelon.
This-
Probably got a lot of juice in it, but it's really
Yeah.
good.
Don't we all?
And I decide to gift you this watermelon, right?
Yeah.
But let's say you not really a fan of watermelon, so you don't really like need it, so you just kind of hang on to it, kind of like a more of a burden than anything, right?
It's heavy.
But if I were to
big.
then realize that, like, if I came over to your place and see, oh, you still have that watermelon there, it's like, and I asked for it back, and you said no, and
Yeah.
let's say if I were to then steal that said watermelon, right? What do you think?
Yeah. I'm letting you know what happens if you steal my watermelon, motherfucker.
Yeah, but the thing is, I bought this watermelon,
Yes.
and as like a friendly gesture, gave it to you as a gift. But
Yeah.
you have no intention of eating or consuming this watermelon or doing anything with
But you
it.
don't know that. Yes.
No, well, I do because I asked you about it, and you're like, yeah, I'm just not really a big watermelon guy. But then I asked for it back because I do like watermelon. And then you said no. And then I decide to then steal that watermelon.
That's
Like-
theft.
Yeah, but isn't
Klepto.
it still mine to begin with if I purchased
No.
the said watermelon?
You gave up your rights.
I gave up my rights.
Yeah. If you put a kid up for adoption and then you find the parents who adopted your kid and you fucking kidnap the child, You're not entitled to the rights of that child.
Well, with that, you would sign like usually like contracts, right? But
Unless it's a private
there's no
adoption.
contract with this watermelon possession.
Well, then you don't have a good lawyer.
I mean, I could probably make a good case.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think Judge Judy would see that case.
Yeah, I could come up with a scenario that maybe the day was a hot summer day, and I was very delirious. Is that a word?
Delirious.
Delirious. There we go.
Yeah.
That's the one. I was very
Maybe
delirious.
spelled with an A though.
I don't know. And I, gifted you the watermelon under false pretenses. Yeah, I was getting there. I was working it out.
It sounds like you watched one episode of Law and Order.
Joke's on you. I've only seen clips.
Oh. No, I don't know. Your case here is, to be honest, like you gave the watermelon away.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you say, hey, you haven't eaten that watermelon, it's it's old, it's shriveled up.
Yeah, it's basically unedible at this point.
Yeah. I gave it to you back in 94. Now the juice is loose. What are we going to do about it? Then I'd probably give it back. If you just stole it from me, you can't just steal a man's memorabilia. So I'd probably try to rob you to get it back again.
Yeah, but then how about this, right? If I stole the watermelon pack, right? Right.
Yeah.
And then you were to break into my house to steal it back.
Mm-hmm.
Then who's in the wrong? Because
O.J. Simpson.
I mean, you're right about that, but he's also dead now. So
did he die?
Yeah, he's dead.
How did I not know that?
I don't think people cared.
Maybe I did hear it. I feel like the last I heard, he was just putting out, insane tweets.
I mean, I would be shocked if someone would be like, "Oh no, OJ died." Like I don't think anyone said. I don't think anyone said that.
But I think it would at least be news, right? Did he ever?
I mean, I think I did see it on the news, but I think you may have just missed it.
Was this a couple years ago?
I don't know.
I probably just don't remember. I feel like I probably heard that, but I don't remember.
Yep.
Damn. I mean, I would say R.I.P., but, he's kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah. Well, if, the glove don't fit, must have quit.
You must have quit. That's true. I wrote a short story in Spanish about hanging out with O.J. Simpson.
What?
Back freshman year, we had to write something about oh, who's your best friend? And I was like, I didn't care. I don't even remember Spanish. So I was just like, me gusta, my pal OJ. We went on a road trip one time.
And it's Ford Bronco?
Yeah. I don't think my teacher caught on. Was that 94 or 95? Anyways. I was trying to make a bunch of OJ jokes, with that stream there, but I don't remember all the... Except that the glove did not fit.
Yeah, very famous line.
True. What's never mind.
What? No, say it out. You already started. You can't just stop.
What's the best glove you've ever tried on?
The best glove I've ever tried on?
Yeah, my grandma back in 08 knitted us some mittens for Christmas. Comfiest gloves I've ever had.
I mean, I've bought winter gloves before. They're pretty nice.
They are pretty nice.
I don't think I have like a like a preference, you know.
Did they fit?
Yep.
You son of a bitch! I
You're
needed it.
you're the one that did it. Oh my god! After all these
Bastard!
years.
How did you get away with it? First 9/11, now O.J. Simpson. What's next, Evan?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet, you know.
I haven't decided which historical tragedy I'm gonna claim next.
Yeah.
You.
All I do is claim.
Yeah, it's
matter
in
what.
your heritage. Claim everything.
I mean that, you know, what the ancestors did, you know.
That's not true. Are you English or Irish? I mean,
Both.
I know you're okay, I was gonna say, like, obviously, like, you're ginger, so that's like the go-to Irish, but I know there's some people who aren't Irish that have red hair.
I'm part Irish, part Scottish. You know, there's definitely some English mixed into there, maybe some French.
Do you know where the last name Hunter comes from? Like, at least for your lineage?
I
Like,
mean,
do you know where...
I definitely looked it up. I think it does come from Ireland, or at least maybe it's an English name, I assume. Because it's, you know, it's nothing fancy.
I mean, and you speak English, so that would make sense.
Yeah. What about Reed? Have you ever looked into that?
You know, I mean, I haven't personally. From the little bits I've heard, I feel like as a child, we were always very proud of our Irish heritage. But I definitely think we're more English, if I had to guess. Like, I feel like my dad did probably more research than I ever did. And I don't really know about my mom's side of the family. But I think we're mostly English.
Call your dad.
Maybe
right now.
maybe a little bit of Scandinavian, because we're all blonde.
Invite your dad to the podcast. Oh my god. You can talk
He would
about
be
your
so
family
confused.
history.
He wouldn't know how to fucking download Discord. Are you kidding me? He'd be so confused.
I don't think you're giving your father enough credit.
I don't think you've met my father. That would make two of us. Ew.
Hey. Heyo.
And that's why I am never going to tell him about this podcast.
What do you mean?
Oh,
I bet
man.
he would be proud. You know,
He'd be
of the
so
things you've
happy.
said on here. All the words you've chosen.
I mean, unless he has some secret connection to Obama.
You know?
Dad, hit me up. Let me know.
Dad, who doesn't watch the podcast, let me know.
Forget about the milk. I'm 23 now. You don't need to.
Just
You don't need to
come,
look.
just come back home, please.
And bring Obama.
You can't come back if you don't have Obama with you. Anyways,
And, you know, someday we'll get him on the podcast.
anyways, we got more
Anyway.
important stuff to talk about.
True, like...
And also,
Oh, I almost forgot.
that's true. I say that a lot. I realize when
I knew...
when the editor edits, they let me know that I say that's true a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
We should put that on a shirt.
Oh, we should. That's so true.
Like, that's true, you know. Evan Hunter,
Yeah.
2025.
Could we...
What a year it's been. Can't wait to the next one.
Could we campaign for president? Or is it too early?
Too early.
You
You gotta be like in your
age-wise or
30
just in the year?
Well, you gotta be like 30 something to run for president.
Man, that's bullshit.
Well, I think it's like a maturity thing, maybe.
Oh, yeah, okay. A bunch of
Whoa.
65-year-olds crying about pronouns. You're gonna tell me
Whoa.
about maturity.
Theoretically.
Is it a he or a she? Get fucked, fucking boomers. Sorry, this isn't a political podcast. I'm not gonna go on a rant.
But we'll leave it in. We'll leave it in.
Editor,
the-
cut.
Nope. Not this time. Nope.
No. Who's your favorite basketball player of all time?
That's a weird segue, but I don't have a basketball player that I'm a fan of because I don't watch basketball.
What?
I know some basketball players, but I wouldn't say
Who-
I'm a direct fan.
Based on what you've heard, who are your top 3 favorite basketball players of all time?
I don't have any favorites. I mean, you're basically
Based
asking
on what
me,
you've heard.
okay, what are the players that you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll throw some out there, right? You got Shaq. Maybe he's my favorite just because, he's
That's true.
He's all right.
He's quite the personality.
You got Michael Jordan. I mean,
Yes.
he's not really a favorite,
Good
but
player.
I just know he's
Kind of a dickhead, but
Yeah, I just know he's good at it.
he was very good at basketball.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Yeah, memeable.
Classic. Is LeBron the most memed player, do you think? Because the
I
crying
would-
Jordan
I would
was
say-
very popular.
I don't know. I
For a
think
long
LeBron
time.
James probably more memeable, but that's just because he's more recent than Michael Jordan.
That's true. Could you imagine Twitter in the 90s? They would have been clowning Mike like crazy.
That would have been insane.
Shaq's also got some memes, but I feel like a lot of those are self-induced, like he tries to be
Yeah.
goofy.
That's true. I said it again. See, I do it. It just comes right out of me, like a lot of other things.
Bro, it's not
Anyways,
your fault. It's not your fault that your co-host is always right.
I was gonna say something and then I forgot. Oh yeah, Twitter. Just get rid of it.
I already did
Speaking
years
of,
ago.
Speaking
Wow.
of Twitter, Larry Bird, also a basketball player.
Boom! He's one of my faves because I'm white. He gave me some inspiration back in the day.
He's like, white men can jump. God damn it.
I love the southern accent from. I think he was from like Iowa or something, some fucking farmland up in the Midwest. Maybe I'm wrong though. I could be very wrong.
And that's all I know. Well,
You must know at least
is it
one
Steph Curry?
more. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say you must know Steph Curry.
Yep. And that's it. Oh wait,
That's pretty
Kobe
solid.
Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P.
Oh my God. Even I forgot about Kobe. R.I.P. I
R.I.P..
guess.
What? That was a tragic event.
Well, it was tragic, but he did some questionable thing
like what?
in his life. Well, he was
Spill
accused
the
of rape.
beans. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
did not know about
Yeah.
that. Okay, never mind. I take back what I said.
No, but to be fair, I don't know everything surrounding the case. I don't want to give an opinion on it. The only thing I can say is that, he seemed to at least, try to be a good person, towards the end of his life. Not to make an excuse, or again, I don't really know the full extent of the case, but yeah, definitely some questionable decisions over the years. That's the one thing I'll give to LeBron
never knew about
is that
That's insane.
LeBron's probably the most solid just guy in terms of top athletes. You got that scandal with Kobe, you got Jordan who in recent years has been exposed for just being an asshole. But LeBron's just he's just a cool dude.
Yeah.
He's just a normal guy.
Well, for now.
Yeah, that's true. You can't trust anybody
See, and
anymore.
that's probably the worst is that
Even Joe Gatto. What the hell?
from Impractical Joke. Emmer.
Well, but that's kind of expected.
Yeah.
Joe's a little more
Unfortunately.
shocking.
Well, it's
Yeah.
just I was about to say, it's so frustrating when you see people they make it in this world where they get to heights that seem unreachable, and then they just
Yeah.
fuck it up.
Hmm.
They do like the stupidest shit, you know, and it's just it just sucks.
You think it's just like you're so disconnected from reality at that point that you don't really process like what you're actually doing?
Yeah,
I could see it.
that's why it's like being rich too is like another thing. You know, it's not just fame. Also, being rich, it's like it just makes
I
you
mean, being
feel like you have really nothing to lose, and then
I would
you
honestly
lose it.
say that, I mean, at least in this day and age, I would say being rich is worse in that regard than being famous, because famous, then the story might get out. So, like, even if you bribe your way through court or whatever, the public opinion is still going to be pretty bad. If you're like, there's a lot of rich people that are like quiet rich, you know? Like, you
Yeah.
don't really know how much money they have. Those I feel like are the most dangerous. That's like the, frat boys, lacrosse players that will date rape people and their daddies just, pay for it all. And it's a slap on the wrist.
Yeah,
That is almost, I mean, not to say one's better than the other, obviously, but like, again, at least if it's a famous person, you're probably going to hear about it. You can at least publicly shame them.
yeah.
There's a lot of people you'll never know. You'll never have any idea that they're just a giant piece of shit until, they do some shitty
Unless
thing
they
that you know
become
about.
president one day.
Chris Columbus released a quote saying that he wished he could delete Donald Trump's scene from Home Alone 2.
I mean, you probably could, like for like when
Well,
it's on like
I-
on air, like when they're playing it, they probably could cut it out.
I'm sure he was like half joking, but it's scary to think that it's not a full joke. But he was like, I can't cut it. I mean, then I'm just going to get deported.
That's true because he's been talking about deporting just American citizens.
Yeah. Well, from what I've read, he forced his way into that scene anyways because it was the only way they could use his help.
Yeah.
Back on politics, God damn it, Evan. How'd you
I
get
know.
us here?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's
Just-
okay.
it just
It's
slips
okay,
out.
it's okay.
I mean, to be fair, like this year has been rough for many people, and
For most of
I will
us.
say that we, even in our current positions, are very lucky and still fortunate to
Absolutely.
be able to do stuff like this.
To be able to record this podcast, to be able to have a fucking microphone and a laptop.
Yep.
Are you kidding me? Even the shitty quality, it's like, we get this time, we get to do this. We have fun doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We get to fulfill ourselves. There's a lot of people who don't get fulfillment in any form, and it's too bad. And it's gotten worse,
Yep.
and it's gonna keep getting worse. But
But we'll try
no
to.
more downers, no more downers. Give me Adderall.
I was gonna say, but we as a podcast pledge to bring some form of joyfulness
Wait,
and
there we go. That's the one.
and fun for people who care to listen and to watch.
Put a heart.
It's not gonna
I
work.
don't know which side of the screen
It's
you're
not
on.
that way, or maybe it
Oh,
is that
well,
way.
you're-
I don't know.
Well, you're
We'll
on that
see.
way from me,
Well,
so
we'll just. It needs to be. At the,
Anyways.
it needs to be. Oh, okay.
it's too late. The moment passed. My heart will go on.
Damn it.
Titanic.
Jeez. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to end this episode on a sad note. So what are some things to look forward to? Maybe we can give a little insight on what we're planning on doing with this podcast,
Sure. Well, one thing that we definitely want to do is start. That's something that we played around with. Are you frozen or are you fucking with me?
No, you cut out, and I thought you were
Oh.
pranking me because you're like, yeah, we've been thinking about. And I was just like, what? And I was like,
That's too
"No."
funny because then I thought you were pranking me. You were just sitting still like a statue. Anyways, I was saying, we have, what's the word? we've played around with the idea of doing some in-person stuff, some specifically, not to ruin the business for anyone, but movie reviews.
Ooh.
Thinking about that. I like these kind of general conversations. Is a little bit of a little bit depressing today.
Don't worry, I got the perfect name for this video. For this
it's
episode.
raining outside.
No, but it is raining.
Oh.
That is true.
It is. I can hear it with my ears.
Yep.
Anyways, no, yeah, we got a lot of stuff. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of stuff. We both have a lot of stuff and like nothing at all.
We have
We have a lot of ideas.
We have big ideas that we want to execute in the best way, because we want it to be fun for people watching, and it would probably be a good idea to kind of flesh out some ideas to make it more enjoyable for people and for us, because we're going to be doing it, so
True.
But yeah, definitely the movie review type stuff, I think that'll be really fun and very different from what we have been currently doing, and I think it will just add that little flair in there.
We ran a little bit of a prototype, so to speak.
Yeah, we did a little prototype, thing, but we'll definitely get back on that and
work out some kinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna pick the best movies for you.
Ugh. They're awful.
It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be
Is that what the people have to look forward to next week, or?
Yeah, I mean, whenever you want to get together and watch a movie, just hit me up. Not the fans, but you. I'm talking to you, Chandler.
Oh, well, hey fans, hit me up, but only fans, none of you haters.
Our only fans. Damn.
Yep.
That was pretty
I'm
good.
on fire tonight. Thank you.
Chandler does have an OnlyFans. Make sure to also subscribe there.
Now I have to go make one so I can make money.
He really needs the help.
I am desperate though. If anyone wants to send me money.
Yep. Very desperate.
Don't actually, please. Don't actually.
But dude.
Unless, well, I mean, I wouldn't deny it. It's just I don't want to actually beg for money.
Yeah,
it's usually a bit.
Donate money so he doesn't have to beg for it. Okay.
Yeah, don't give it to me. Give it to Evan, and he'll distribute the funds properly.
Exactly. I'll make sure everything is accounted for.
Yeah. Well, they did call you the accountant in high school.
Such a lame.
I don't know what that means.
Such a lame name. Anyways, let's end the episode here.
Yeah, let's end it. Look, listen, people. It's been a good time. We kind of chit-chatted. It's been a little while since we've done one of these. Just kind of shot the shit, as they say.
Yeah.
Again, hopefully, if we do this again, it's not so dreary outside.
Die,
Well, if we die, then sorry, folks. No fucking podcast.
Ruh-roh.
Oinks. There's no more podcasts.
There you go.
Jinkies.
Oh god. Okay. End, please. End the episode. I'm begging you.